Hi, it's Congresswoman Jan Schakowsky with my Jan's Plans and Pans. So this is an election time that we have never seen before. It's different from anything. But you know what? I think elections going forward, we think about election day, but it's very different now. With early elections, with vote by mail, with, as I say, early voting, and then election day itself. Some places that have only vote by mail, nothing in person anywhere. So we're going to see a lot of varieties, but I think we can't any longer think about one election day. And especially since it takes more time to count the votes, and here we are. Now, of course, Joe Biden has been declared the President of the United States. We just heard today that Georgia is now in his column. We also now have Arizona and Nevada making Joe Biden have 306 electoral votes and 232 for Donald Trump. Joe Biden is the winner. The other news in our state is that Lauren Underwood now has been declared the winner in her race. She's a freshman from the southwestern part of our city, of our metropolitan area, and I think doing a great job in the Congress. A former nurse, she worked for the Obama administration in healthcare, and now she has been called the winner. But as I say, like many races now, it's taking a while to count all those votes and to make the declaration of who is a winner. I think it's important to note these aren't just journalists who are making a decision, but they have data analysts within their newspaper outlets or whatever network they have that are making these calls. So there's nothing subjective about the calls that are being made. So we now have a couple of more other important races that we're looking at. The control for the United States Senate has not been determined yet because there are two runoff races in Georgia that will be coming up. And so those will decide if those two seats go to the Democrats, then the Democrats will be in control. If it's one-on-one, it'll still be that the Republicans and Mitch McConnell are in charge of the United States Senate. So we'll be watching those that are coming up. And the transition is nothing like we've ever seen. As you well know, the President Trump, has not acquiesced to the notion that Joe Biden is the President of the United States, that Joe has won the race, and that Donald Trump has not, that he lost the race. And that has real implications because one of the things that we're seeing is that the General Services Administration, which nobody thinks much about, it's the buildings, it's controls the equipment of the government, has refused at this point because Trump has not said that there's a winner yet. The General Services Administration is holding back giving the transition their office space, but not only that, the ability to use the government email system, telephones. So, you know, there's actual concrete problems in now not having the President of the United States currently to accept the outcome of the election. And we'll see when that happens. And I hope it is sooner than later so that we can have this smooth transfer of power that in every other election in U.S. history has taken place. I wanted to talk to you about the coronavirus. It's really bad, my friends. This is really bad right now. Let me give you some examples. That Illinois coronavirus numbers are at a staggering level, but this is what we know. Statewide, since October 1st, this is not that long ago, Illinois has seen a 459% increase in cases. We have seen a 179% increase in hospitalizations and a 21% increase in deaths in the state. On Friday, that's today as I record this, we have seen 15,415 new cases in Illinois for the first time, going over 15,000. So Mayor Lightfoot and Governor Pritzker have not done any drastic change yet, but have suggested that there may be a mandatory shutdown coming. And the only way to really stop that is to see that these numbers are going down, to be in a downward trajectory instead of the massive upward number of cases and consequences. So they have not called for a stay-at-home order, but that's the next thing that could actually happen. We have seen changes in restaurants and there's no eating indoors. So, you know, do your part. Do your part. And I'm really suggesting to you, I mean, I am so sad about Thanksgiving plans, including my own and with my family, and the ability to gather people together. That's our tradition. That is our culture. But we can't do it. For the sake of our loved ones, for our own safety, it can't happen. So I hope that you're in the process right now of rethinking Thanksgiving, and probably the Christmas, Hanukkah, all the holidays that happen coming up in December, that you're rethinking that too. I mean, there are creative kinds of ways, you know. Maybe you can drop off a turkey at Grandma's house for her, and then go online to be together as we eat in different places. So think about how you can use your creativity to make it special anyway. I want to tell you about the relief package in Congress. Okay, so I'm going back on Monday, carefully. We will meet. You know, we still have the opportunity to vote remotely, but most of us, I think, will be going back on Monday for the week, and then home for the Thanksgiving week. Still working until Thanksgiving Day. But the negotiations continue on a relief package that is so needed. You know, I've told you about the stories about people crying. They're so worried about not enough food on the table for their families, or not being able to pay the rent or the mortgage. And then, of course, of loved ones getting sick. So we are hopeful that Mitch McConnell and the White House, who have sent out signals that they're willing to do a relief package, and I certainly have heard from constituents from small businesses that really would like to see some action. The White House has talked about the Paycheck protection program, something to help employers to pay their employees during this time when they can't go to work, and we want to see it to help small businesses. We know that Nancy Pelosi is very concerned about the lack of child care, And that is the reason that parents, as much as they may want to go back to work and as much as their employers may be saying they can come back to work, someone in the household needs to be there for the 5-year-old, the 3-year-old, the 8-year-old. And there is not enough, hardly any, support right now for childcare. So that's definitely on our agenda. We are hoping that there will be some more support for unemployment insurance to cover people who are out of work. The White House has said they're interested in that piece. So, hopefully during this lame duck session, that which ends when we get sworn in for the next session of Congress, which is slightly before the inauguration. I think it's the 5th or 6th of January that we get sworn in to the 117th Congress. We're hoping that before then we're going to see a relief package. Here's some information that you need to know on the Affordable Care Act and Medicare. So it is currently open enrollment for Medicare and the Affordable Care Act. Medicare.gov is a good place to start to compare the various options that you have, especially for prescription drugs. And for the Affordable Care Act, you should start at Get Covered Illinois. They have a website to find the resources for helping you pick a plan, and you will get matched with certified counselors who can help you pick that plan. And you can also call our office. We have wonderful people who can help you walk through these things. You can enroll in or change your Medicare plan until December 7th for Medicare, and for the Affordable Care Act Marketplace through December 15th. So again, you can call our office and we can help you walk through the various options that you have and help you choose. Well, I keep updating you. It looks like nothing is going to happen on the President of the United States condemning Russia for paying a bounty to kill people in Afghanistan, actually pay them for killing soldiers in Afghanistan. We have heard nothing from the President against that, and it's 141 days since that happened. I read an article today, and I hope it does not come to fruition, that Illinois, because of some low census areas, the fact that we may have a low count for the state of Illinois, we're almost certain to lose one congressional district anyway because of the changes in population around the country. We also could lose 2. COVID has not helped in collecting the census data, and threats by the President of the United States to take into account citizenship didn't help either. I did want to point out to you, too, that more heads of state around the world have called President-elect Joe Biden to congratulate him than Republican colleagues in the Congress, senators or senators or House members. And I am hoping the next time that we talk that everyone now agrees that we're ready to have a new president, to go through a smooth and sane transition into the next presidential inauguration. And we'll talk about it more. We'll see what happens next week. Thanks so much for tuning in to Jan's Plans and Pans. Thank you for watching my video. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, where my handle is Jan Schakowsky.